Meanwhile, in Westmoreland, one of several shelters is on the verge of shutdown as there is no water, no electricity, and it's running low on supplies. Kalisha Williams picks up the story.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I speak up for the people them wanna not hear. Cause wanna not hear the people them voice. So me have voice for the people them wanna not hear. The people them who can't talk up right now, so me a talk. The people them who need the help, them me a talk for. You have some people want to attack me. Oh, the government don't have a magic wand. What you expect? Yo, them a do all them can do. Blah, blah, blah. This, that. So me a say, if them a do all them can do, then how the hell I'm still seeing stories like this? A TVJ just upload this in people. Me no know. Explain it to me. Me can't comprehend what is going on here. If the government a do such a fine and done the job, then what go on right here, sir?
At the Petersfield High School in Westmoreland, children are everywhere. Not unusual on a regular school day, except classes have been suspended and these children live here, for now, with their families. There are close to 150 people at this shelter, most of them now homeless after Hurricane Melissa. We observed more women and small children. We were told there are 38 children and 6 newborns. We met this man with his 4-month-old. He too is homeless.
I only go one room and we did in there with him. And he mash up bad. His mother have to run with him. I will go in our next house. And the way the breeze I lift the zinc, man, we have to run out and run go over one of another front concrete house, and the baby him drop front way with the baby.
He lost everything.
No one to help with the baby. I don't really have no clothes for him. See there, not with socks upon him. Nothing I have for him right now. No, yeah man, there was socks. More some feeding and pampers. Right now one pampers here one pampers here right now. One pampers upon him. Right? Me even know him. Right now he good at people right now.
And again, I shall ask the question, if the government is doing everything they can do, how comes we see stories like this same way? Is the media manipulating us? Is these people lying to us? I am confused. How comes this amania? Yo, me no know. Maybe that story are from day 1 or day 2, and it's been 7-8 days now. So basically, maybe our old story and them a upload it and manipulate us. I don't know. Maybe them people get all the help already. Maybe the school, everybody at the school already get aid already. Maybe them get shelter already. Maybe them get something permanent. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm seeing these stories and they're horrific. Them heartbreaking. So what you want me to do about it?
The system, they are praying. The system, yo, get to me.
The stories are similar among the people staying at the high school. Teachers turned shelter administrators have been doing what they can to assist, like Philippa Walters.
So far, the shelter, we have not gotten any assistance. All we have using now are things that the school had in stock. And we know by tomorrow to the other day, we'll be out. As it is now, we have no water, no running water, and drinking water also. We have to limit persons to 1 bottle of water per day. That's the situation now. And with the bathroom and all of that, it's all a mess. No water.
No water means meals can no longer be prepared. Terence Brown is also a teacher.
I am now going to go to Savlamar, a team of us, see if we can go to the fire station, ask them for a tank, and if they could come and full the tank so we could get to prepare meals. And there is no water.
Based on its dwindling resources, the shelter can now only provide 1 meal.
Well, it is overwhelming. It is heart-rending. And the people are here, they are trying their best, but they are frustrated. Anger is taking over. People don't know where to go. 90% of the people who are here, they are homeless. This area, Petersfield, Lagood, Bully Tree, Carwinner, Pullet Lane, we have people from all over, and their house totally destroyed.
Don't get me wrong, you know, I comprehend. I understand that the media do be doing manipulation type things, you know what I mean? So when they really look at it, they're not giving any time. Like, what day is this? How many days after is this? You understand? We not get that. However, the people, them did need help. We don't know if them get help so far. We not get an update for say, okay, the school year, them people here at this school, they've gotten aid or not gotten aid. We not get the update. I mean, a brand new update. So, I know like say a 2-3 days ago. I just today the video upload. So me don't know if them been at the video in stock and them just upload it now or it's a brand new video. Me can't tell. There is no time to say today's date is this, that and the third when it was being recorded. Your overs, don't get me wrong.
Feed the people them were living at the gutter. When you feed the people them were know so them are suffer.
There's also no electricity.
We have to close down by 6:30. Everyone have to go to their room. We are also appealing to the police, commissioner of police. We have no security from the force. I am now going to Sam to speak to the commander in charge, asking if he could get some security during the night. It is only the security guard at the school we have. So the center is in a major crisis.
Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
Alright. What do you want me to do with this now? Me see this and me hear this. What do you want me to do? You don't want me to call out the government? You don't want me to call out people? What do you want me to do? Pretend, ignore? Me no overs. Me confused. Because it seemed to me like some people no want you to say nothing. Them want you lock off. Them no want you say nothing bad about the government. Them prime minister. Right. So my brain kinda confused. Me can't blame the opposition party. They're not in power. So who can I blame? I have to blame the sitting government. I'm just saying. It's just the reality. Like it or not. If enough is not being done, well, let's get to this little part right here, you know, because me, you see me people, you see me I want different type of hombre, you know. Me pray things on a different level, and I do realize that the average individual do not have my intellect, you see me, or my rationale. So little things kind of get them jiggy, and them don't realize how stupid they are. I mean, I call you no out. Some man we are talking about, you're going like you're smart and blah blah blah, this, that, and the third. Simple mathematics. You see why schooling is important? You see why it is important to learn many subjects? Because people feel like say are only the subjects where them are going to use in a life, or trade, or whatever the case them need. But what them not realize, them need to understand every little nuance of the economy and life itself. You need to understand human anatomy. You need to understand economy. You need to understand money, law. You need to understand everything. And not just English and maths. You need to comprehend overall. So that when government are making decisions, you understand, you comprehend what them are do. You can tell if them a do the right, if them a do the wrong, if them a scheme, if them a rob. Listen to me, no found in no sense, I make a show no.
Can't find sugar, sweet and tea, more time need from dumpling and butter.
Boy, oh boy, you see mathematics is a hell of a thing, you know, very important. Understanding economy, yeah man, understanding all of the aspects, financing, you have to know what go on and what go on, people. So when the matter about funding for affected constituencies, pay attention to the ball game, people. We are talking about 10 million per constituents for St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Hanover, St. James and Trelawney, right? While Clarendon and Senton 5 million each. All other parishes 3 million. So basically every parish, every constituents are gonna get at least 3 million Jamaican dollars. Pay attention to the ball game. Very important. Let's do some quick mathematics. Alright, so you know, fly over on the head, people. Let's use roughly say 70 constituencies. Right, a 60 something overall, right? Let's use 70. So if we go 70 constituencies per 3 million, right? So every constituent I go get 3 million. What kind of mathematics we are do, people? I mean, that's basic mathematics. 3 times 7 is 21. So 210 million. 210 million. Now, people, for the 5 parishes that get 10 million each, let's roughly say that's about 20 constituencies. And let's times that by another 7 million, right? 20 times 7, that's 140. When you put 140 million plus 210 million, where you get 350 million. 350 million, okay? Plus say another 10 million or so, you know, another 20 million for Senton and Clarendon, right? So we up to 370 million. 370 million, right? They matter about some other things like, you know, 2 million for each, this and that and that. Let's round it off at about 500 million Jamaican dollars. 500 million Jamaican dollars.
One year for the youth well locked down in the pen. Prayer for them because I did them life end.
When me say again, people, 500 million Jamaican dollars, people. What is that in US? Let's convert it, people. Just a bit over 3.3 million US. 3.3 million US. Are you trying to tell me that Jamaica does not have or haven't gotten donation or support amounting to this from relief and aid and donations? I'm just asking. If you believe, say, Jamaica not have way more than that, like, honestly, people, una pay attention. Let's go back to what Dr. Nigel Clark had said, because people, me talk with facts.
Can't find the light bill, water rate, nor the rent money.
Jamaica became the first small country in the world, right, to issue independently something that is known as a catastrophe bond. We're a small country that is susceptible, vulnerable to natural disaster shocks, i.e., you know, hurricane, tropical cyclone, etc. That if it occurs can put the government out because it, you know, lots of expenses.
Yeah.
Now, because we work so hard on rehabilitating our economy, and I want to give you an example of how my real practical experience that really, let me give it. Back in 2016, when Jamaica was about to, allow me this detour, when Jamaica was about to prematurely terminate the agreement with the IMF, it was called an Extended Fund Facility, and enter into a new agreement called a Precautionary Standby Arrangement. And we're moving from, the Extended Fund Facility was 980 million, and the new one was $1.6 billion. It was a big deal. Nobody was expecting it, and that's what made it even a bigger deal, right? The big bosses from the IMF coming down for the announcement, and a little storm began to develop in the Eastern Caribbean. I forget the name of it. Was it Matthew? I'm not sure. I can't remember. This is 2016. And this is Jamaica here. And everybody's tracking the storm, the hurricane, and it's doing this. And it is the closest direct hit that Jamaica has had in 30 years. Closest to a direct hit. And we were all convinced that this hurricane was going to hit Jamaica directly. Right? As a result, people from the fund, they packed up, headquarters called them back, left Jamaica. The big announcement was not going to happen. And in that moment, I was not Minister of Finance then. I was Ambassador of Economic Affairs, and I was responsible for the relationship with the multilaterals, and I negotiated this program, this $1.6 billion program, right? And then it became abundantly clear to me, my God, if this thing had hit, we started to calculate that what we were negotiating couldn't help us. Yeah? And it became abundantly, and it just calculating what the reversal would have been. All the progress made by the previous administration would have gone out the window. And it became very clear to me. And I said, look, if I get the chance, I will never leave Jamaica exposed to the effect of natural disaster again in terms of fiscal exposure. Because I came face to face with the possibility of what that would mean. Meaning that over that period, I'm having discussions with IMF about how we would have to upsize what we were about to announce.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to think measures, countermeasures, counter
exactly.
measures.
Yeah. In the end, thank God, praise God, the hurricane did this, and it went up and hit Haiti, Unfortunately, 800 people died in Haiti.
Wow.
And that was a hurricane that went all the way to New Jersey and reduced New Jersey to being like a developing country. I think we can all remember that.
Yeah.
So what we decided to put in place a multi-layered strategy of financial instruments that delivers resources in the event of a natural disaster. The layers are, we allocate a couple $100 million every year in the budget. That's the first layer. The second layer is that we have, we're developing a natural disaster fund where we put money aside every year to build up to help us in natural disaster.
So like not just help the government, but like people who need to rebuild
government expenditure. So in 2019, I had put $4.5 billion away in the contingencies fund.
Stick up in, right there. $4 billion plus in contingency fund. That's what Jamaica has. Just the contingency fund alone, $4-point-something billion. 4-point-something billion. It's gonna get a lot more spooky than that because we're not gonna understand the levels of money where Jamaica have for aid the people them. So when some guy and some girl we are little pitney in a real life because them brain not develop properly yet, can't develop properly yet. Them a argue, them a cuss, and them not have no understanding. Well, Jamaica government don't have a magic wand. They can't afford it. Oh, you don't say. What you know? What you know about nothing for your chat?
The same lame game play, same cruel intent. We young go see them like this, the bunny in a lane.
The contingencies fund, up until that time, had a maximum cap of $100 million. The cap was $100 million from 1992 all the way to 2019. It made us say, look, this is crazy. We need to have buffers. So we did something that was uncharacteristic. You know, politicians spend money, forget vote. Right? No, we took $4.5 billion and put it away in the contingencies fund in 2019. Do you know that the first amount of COVID money that we were able to support people with a year later was from that contingency?
Wow.
That is why we were able to give people benefits even before the United States.
That's true.
Okay? Because you have to remember, resources have to come from somewhere. COVID hit, revenues tanked while expenses remained. Because we had this tucked away and because the purpose of it was for emergency, we drew down from it. And the first bit of set cash and compassionate grant money came from the proceeds of this contingencies fund that we had put away in 2019, in March of 2019. Didn't know that COVID was coming. But again, principle. The principle is just like Joseph in the Bible. Save for a rainy day. Fill up the barn in good times. Right? We obviously, after spending it on that, we were able to replenish it. Right? So we have it back at that level. Right? Now, so that's it, the second layer. The other layer, we have what we call a credit contingent claim, which is a program with the Inter-American Development Bank that allows us to draw funds down in a natural disaster. Normally, you'd have to go through the loan agreement and due diligence and all kind of paperwork, and it take months. What we have done is to do the paperwork up front, and they have the funds there. Within days of a natural disaster, we would get it. Okay. And then we have the Caribbean Catastrophe Reinsurance Facility. That's been around for a long time. We continue that. And then the final layer is a catastrophe bond, which is capital market investors, international wealthy institutions who want to diversify their risk, put money up, and they put it with the World Bank. And the deal is we pay a premium every year. And the deal is if there's an event, all of that money comes to us. All of the principal comes to us. You understand what I'm saying? So you put up $100, you pay X dollars per year, whatever that X is, as premium. And if there's a catastrophe, that $100 comes to you. And that's called a catastrophe bond. We first did it in 2021, and we became the first small country to issue it. And we're going to issue it again in 2024. for.
Just in case you not comprehend, just in case you not understand what I go on, me I make sure say the people them, the official people them, I break it down for you. Well, hopefully somehow the brain can actually absorb some of this intel, and then you can understand where me I come from, why me speak the way me speak, why me attack how me attack. Because someone feel like say political this and political that and no, brother. The entire system, yeah, it's not for the people. It's not for the people. Them a hand out chum change for the people them. Chum change and a half a loans and basing thing, and you're like, what? What you mean? What people for do with chum change? What the constituencies them for do with chum change? And you have billions, man top of billions at your disposal. Something not right about this. People, a matter of fact, you see the cat band there at 24 billion, but the band by itself appear 24 billion to Jamaica. So where that money for? Where that money for? Because my brain, my calculation, people, my dark, you know. If you give the people them, half of the people them loan of 3.5 million, you not tell the people them say you get the money from the cat band for give the people them the 3.5 million. You say you offer them loan, which is confusing because if you're about to be paid out $24 billion for hurricane insurance for the places that are damaged, my question, then really and truly, who the 24 billion I go to? Who it I go to? You not confuse me.
The system, I pray. The system, yo, get to me.
Got it. So, folks, because of Hurricane Melissa, Jamaica is expected to receive US $150 million. It's a payout from its catastrophe bond, making the government of Jamaica the first in the Caribbean region and the first small island state in the world to independently sponsor such a bond. Economist Keenan Faulkner joins us to break down what this means. Morning, sir.
Morning, Neville. Morning, Simone.
Hope you and your family are all right.
Yes, so far, managing the best way we can. Hope the same for you as well.
Yes, yeah, man. Thanks. Fantastic.
I know someone feel like say I make man make up things, you know. Yeah, I make him make it up. I make him make no go so. I make him make it up, man. Yeah, sure enough. I'm making it up, man. I'm pulling it out of my a-hole, yo, cause I ain't got nothing better to do with my life just to make up conspiracy and this, that, and the third, So me glad out Jamaica, the government actually telling you where them are give the people them. So you can put it into perspective, the amount of money, the billions, man top of billions, where them are getting hurricane relief and cash assistance and all of that. Insurance, multi-layered insurance. Yo, people are over 40 billion totally. Plus, like, it's crazy them are getting, from all of the contingencies, plus what they had in reserve already, So when them are give the people them a measly $500 million, you're looking around like, okay, so you're giving away $500 million. $500 million. For aid the people them, all the parishes, $500 million. Bruh.
Mm-hmm. What is a catastrophe bond?
So a catastrophe bond is really just an insurance instrument, but it doesn't work like traditional insurance. So with traditional indemnity insurance, let's say there's damage or loss to your car or house, you have your loss adjusters, they come into the field, they assess the damage, they determine what the actual payout is, and that could take months. With a catastrophe bond, it's called parametric insurance. What that means is that you have to satisfy certain parameters. In this case, it's the intensity of the storm as measured by its atmospheric pressure and the path of the storm that goes through a specified defined area. In this case, the catastrophe bond would have been triggered because the pressure of Melissa was so low that it was lower than the lowest threshold applicable to any of the grids that overlay Jamaica, which determine what the payout is going to be. And the path passed through around 3 to 4 of those grids. And it was so severe that it triggered a pre-arranged amount of money of 150 million US or 24 to 25 billion Jamaican. And even though there is some calculations still need to be done, it is highly likely that we'll get all of it.
Mm-hmm. How do you come up with the figures? It's based on all the KPIs you just mentioned?
Yes, so It is dependent on how many grids are breached as well as the intensity of the storm. So the lowest minimum threshold that can pass through any of the grids overlaying Jamaica, and I should explain that Jamaica, for the purposes of determining a payout, is divided into 19 grids and the surrounding waters as well. Now, dependent on how many of those are breached and the intensity of the storm passing through, that determines the payout. So for Melissa's pressure was 892 millibars. That's well below the pressure that is applicable at minimum 920 millibars. It's the same reason why Beryl did not trigger it, even though it passed through some of the grids, the pressure was a little higher. However, in the past, if there was a catastrophe bond, then Gilbert would have triggered it with a 70% payout, Dean would have triggered it with a 92% payout, and Ivan would have triggered it with a 100% payout. Yep. So it's the same.
But it wasn't there. We didn't have it before.
We didn't have it before.
Yep. I have a triple barrel question. Who giving us the money? Do we have to pay it back? And I know this is for recovery, but how you decide what you do, like immediately, where you go?
All right, well, so to answer the first one, the government decides, because the money there's no restriction on how it can be spent. But because of the immediacy with which it's available, it is expected that it will go immediately towards emergency relief, because there are three broad phases. There's relief in the short term, there's medium-term recovery, and there's long-term reconstruction, which will take years. So that's over several budget cycles. The government will have to budget for it. They'll have to readjust and reprioritize year on year to facilitate some of that long-term reconstruction. In terms of whether we have to pay it back, no. So it's not debt. It's not something that we borrow. It's not something that we need to pay back. It is just money that is insurance, basically. So how it works is that the World Bank arranged this bond. It was placed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and they act as an intermediary between Jamaica and global capital market investors. So investors see the bond, they invest in it, they give their principal to the World Bank, they hold it, and in the event that it is triggered, that principal comes to us. We, Jamaica, like any other insurance, we pay a premium at regular intervals, and those premiums also go to the World Bank, they hold custody of it, and in the event that it is not triggered, then the investors, they get that as basically the return on their investment.
Really?
John, me I hope say people them understand, Me I hope when I get a piece of wagwan, I hope when I start to get skeptic and ask on yourself, what's going on with all of the money? Where the money a go? Where it a go? Where is the money going? Cause honestly, something right, it can't right. And I'm not saying that the government will not be doing more. I'm just saying it's spooky. The fact say them a tell you say, yo, you can get loans and ray and this and that and NHT this and this is the amount. Like, it honestly, it come off like this is it. And now the Jamaican government, for example, in the COVID time, when them give out few payments, after that's all. After the whole pandemic, what did they do? Them not give nobody nothing. So, in all honesty, well, not that I know of,
Yeah, I think it comes up to like 24 billion Jamaican dollars.
Right.
So again, how do we know that we get the 24 billion, it was spent where it was supposed to be spent? How we know that?
Well, it's for the government to really make those details available. So the proceeds of that bond go into our National Natural Disaster Reserve Fund. All the proceeds of all our emergency instruments go into that fund. And the Minister of Finance, now when they go into Parliament, they have to make a statement, accounting for all the money that goes into that fund and where it will be spent.
So when are we likely to get that payout? And
so that payout is supposed to be really within the matter of a couple of days.
Really?
Max 1 to 2 weeks, because, it has been triggered. There's no doubt about that. You and I can go on the internet. We can see the data in terms of what the pressure of the storm is, where it passed. It's just for independent verifiers to really say what the payout is going to be. But it's going to be highly likely that it's 100% because it was so severe. So, and I should mention, it's not the only insurance instrument that Jamaica has. So,
what else do we have that we're going to benefit from?
So, Jamaica would now have benefited from the largest ever payout from the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, CRIF, of around 71 million US under its it's tropical cyclone policy. So we have two policies with CRIF. Tropical cyclone, which is for wind damage, and excess rainfall, which is for rain. We're still waiting on a payout for excess rainfall of around 31 million US. That's the max we can get. On the tropical cyclone, we got 71 million or 11.5 billion Jamaican. So in total, we expect so far, when you add the two of them, about 35 billion.
Did you say we never got it in Gilbert, or you said we did get it?
So it didn't exist during Gilbert.
It didn't exist.
But had we had a catastrophe bond, we would have gotten a 70% payout.
Okay. So this is the first we're getting something from a catastrophe bond.
Right. And so the catastrophe bond was placed by the World Bank in 2021.
Again and again and again, me I talk to you people. It look like on a listen. From the quiff, the 71 million US, that is 11 billion, plus the 24 billion, that is 35 billion, plus them away upon the other 31 million, plus other contingencies. People, when me say over 40 billion, alright, you must feel say chattings. All who are run out and attack me, just be careful, you hear me? Cause una blind bat, you know, blind duck, you know, dopey bat, some you know, ring band, dopey bat, you know. Cause me I say to myself, say, una, you know me for coming out and talking garbage? You know me for forwarding out and crawling out on the limb and the limb pop off and broke with me and me drop and lick my head? You must say mad, man.
The initial coverage expired last year, but it was renewed last year, and it brings us coverage up to 2027.
And why did we not get it for burial? Because burial was kind of wicked to still. I know it was in category 5, I understand that. But
right. So because of burial's atmospheric pressure, which was around 960 millibars, it passed through areas in the grid that it needed to have been 950 millibars or lower than that. So as a result, it didn't trigger. Even though it went through some of the grids and the trajectory was applicable, the pressure was not low enough.
Let's talk a little bit about what initial reports say the damage we've seen is at in terms of money.
Yeah.
And what this will mean, what all of these payouts will mean for our recovery efforts.
Well, these payouts are really now for immediate short-term relief. So we're talking about on the ground, people getting back on their feet. You know, it's completely fungible. The government can decide whichever way it wants to spend it. There are no restrictions on it. But longer-term reconstruction now has to be planned.
The money is completely fungible. Fungible. Okay. So basically they can use the money however, whichever way they want. All they have to do is account for it. So if they want to say them build up hospitals, if they build up new facilities, new cities, this, that and that, they can use that money to fund them futuristic cities. Yeah. And there is no restriction on how they can spend this 40 billion. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? But me, una want attack. Una get robbed blind without a gun. Una get robbed blind. And una want attack me? And the people, them even hide it. Cause them a put out the intel and a educate, you know, pan what them a do. And I tell you know, right in on the face, what them a do. And una so stupid, can't see it.
Followers than leaders, you understand? So you got always have more nice when you say something that makes sense than people who actually have sense. Bless up. Well, go on, my people. BOJ TV, what go on? Big up the whole Jamaica. Trendy attire, big up yourself. Nikita, big up yourself. Ray J, big up. Jizzy Hollywood, my Trini Massive, big up on yourself. You know, I think, big up to everybody in Jamaica, big up to all survivors. You know, love the Jamaican people. Get a bomb. Big up all PNP, all labor right, all uptown, all ghetto people. You know, I want Jamaica. You see me I say? Marky, what you say? And by now we have to close them and them and get all. We don't want them dry. You understand? So we have to wear them out, you know? So an idea, I just say, I'm put on two of my thing them and come out and circle over Lovebird restaurant and, you know? All of that. The last time in here, she never come in here, come buy food too. So uncle, when me come here, you come buy food.
Really?
Yeah. The last time you sit down right, I say you come by food to alcohol. You start me. Ricky Cho English. Big up everybody at Jamaica. Big up all American fly down. All British fly down. Anywhere I really come from, I fly down. Go help the people them see. Big up on yourself. Me don't know. Sometimes I say some things and people not get it at first and then them realize what me I say and them say, oh yeah man, I understand them there. Say no and wait it. Me really want to ask you if you don't have any confidence in the Jamaica government. Like what level of confidence you have in the Jamaica government? Because I'm extremely disappointed, you know. Me think say the Jamaica government is completely heartless when it comes to the concern of the citizens. Like it sure me say no love, no da. It sure me say the government just a do a job and them a do it with no remorse. Like it's like them not have true compassion for the people. Then. You see me I say like the hungry people them you see a ball I water, you know. A civilian people, you know that. The hungry people them you see a ball I water, the dancehall people them will go and I see the atrocities and you know what I mean? Like me not see the politician shed no eye water all now. The way how me see regular civilian I go hard. All now me not see no politician I go hard. Me yet to see no politician will go in a them pocket and I do nothing. All them a talk about funds allocated. And I want for who to spend the money and how the money to spend. Want to phone pay bill, want to check, want to know how much millions. Our politician them are the highest paid politician them in the Caribbean. And then a situation like this, when I hear no politician say, yo, I'm going to donate $5 million out of my own money towards victims. Me ear, you know, I don't know if that's true, me ear say. This is what I talk, I ear say. Say the Prime Minister say, allegedly, you get $3.5 million loan to rebuild. Loan, you know. $3.5 million loan. And that him say? Somebody tell me say that him said this morning. Say loan. No, first thing, we don't loan something there when it make no sense. The allegations are coming out here for true, you know. I don't know if I facts. So I talk about my ear, because I know. If me ear, me ear. Me ear say you have to bring your land title to get the money to borrow.
You want okra or something?
No, in the food. You can't say if I want okra in me something. You have to say okra in my food. Careful. Yes, brother. In the food. Remember alive, me there, you try to kill me. So, watch this now. So, listen now. You have to carry a land title to go get the loan.
Yeah.
Somebody say I choose in. I am not knowing if it's factual. I want to wake up and hear. But if it is that you forget that $3.5 million to borrow, you're going to need land title to borrow it. That means the government, me not got the take a land party. That I last one. Ask the question here. How much are the 3 million people in Jamaica who live there have a land title? The ratio who have land title about 20% to who not have. You have people who live on land and be a diagram them have. An outline and sit them on a title. So who that means say? That means say this not go finna suffer right now. You understand what I say, Mela? This can't go for no sufferer. It can't, if it's true, it can't go for no sufferer. How much people own land title in Jamaica? Talk to me now, man. How that makes sense? Oh, that makes sense. Somebody see if you can fact check this to me and let me know if I true, if something really goes on. But make a reason out this scenario now. If it's true, before the hurricane, Andrew kept stressing, keep your important documents. Make a reason. Crystal Punch, check if it's factual or if I just talk. Because if this is factual, this means this benefit is not for any poor people. It's not for any, because remember, you know, you got to have people who pay rent. See somebody say yes, that's true. You have people who pay rent, so that means you can't get a $3.5 million to help build back nothing because you pay rent. Want to the squatters them, people who live in a ghetto, people who live in a rural Jamaica when on a land title and then something there. All them are going to benefit. This is bullshit. Want to the people that will lose them house and everything. When they take that $3.5 million there, what that can buy to build back house? And when they can't pay back the $3.5 million, what going to happen? Them land are going to get take away. First things first, at the hardest time in the world, America broke, Jamaica broke, England broke, everywhere broke. What kind of surety them people are going to give you so them can pay back the $3.5 million? Now, make you think. What is the money being loaned and what's the surety? Your land title. So when you can't pay now, what going to happen? Your land get taken away. 6 or 1.5 dozen of the other. Run them off of the land and force them to sell the land. This now make no sense. Me don't know if you still have the veil over on the eye, but me not have veil over my eye. Me see through this from long time. But here I'm not sorry for now. And me say, carry on, Mr. Holness. Go and do what you do, Mr. Holness. And 9 years now, me I tell you, say, do not vote for Andrew Holness. None of you don't listen to me. Oh, I'm a dirty PNP. Oh, I'm a socialist. 9 years now. Oh, Foota come end up right. 9 years now, I'm still right. Me still right. 9 years after, me still right. What has the government done so far out of themselves, like to the people them? What kind of sympathy the government show to the people them? Blessed. Tell me one thing what they do. Me see artists, entertainer, regular civilian I go harder than government. What do you talk and we see them start to run go do two little things. All know the government they come up with a plan on how we are going to give these people living condition until we get back on our foot. The people them live out a door. The people them not have shelter, nothing be a food, do not give them all that to go work. Want to the shelter them. Want to the shelter them when them say them prepare when a disaster. What them there? So much people were displaced and not have nowhere to live. Which part you plan to put them? I know you can't talk. Or you gonna let a man who can't find food $3.5 million. How am I pay you back? How am I pay you back? And how much people in a Jamaica have a land title? That are like 10% of the population. That means rich people you try to get the loan. Because poor man not on a title of Jamaica. Poor man not own a land of Jamaica like that. How much? The whole of them analyze you. Ask how much of your friend them have a title. The house or land. Most of the people them were live in a house and mortgage them up here, them still not on a title. So what you say? How you help? How that a help? Eh? Tell me how that makes sense. And you got some little numbskull lunatic now. We are going to come say, lo, the Prime Minister, what more him can do? Him can do way more. When have the money them when ever use and of him, after the people them, at them situation that the money we spend. All know them to organize and formulate a plan to house the people them. Where you going to put the people them? First thing, if you want to clear the land and want the proper work to get the people them out of harm's way. Get the people them in a safe environment. Get them somewhere them have bathroom, them have shelter over them head, them can bathe, them can shit, them can wash, them can cook on them something there. What happen? How it work? And when you sit down every day skinning the teeth. The artists them now. The artists them at Jamaica. When you not going to learn? The artists them at Jamaica, when are you going to learn? Only if you are spending your own money and make politicians come stand up beside you and take the glory. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Or are you an artist where the government and the country don't rate? I go take out your money out of your stage show and your dub plate money and you go help the people them. But you're going to make a politician come and stand beside you and take away the glory and drain your energy. Uno not say on mad. Uno not say on mad. Uno not say something wrong with you know. Oh, you go sit down. Use your hard-earned dancehall money and I help people. But you make the politician come stand up beside you and skin him teeth and act like him a do something. How you gonna do that? Get the big of yourself. How you do that? Remember, you know, Beanie Man at the first man, Mr. Jump out. Beanie never out there with a politician. Beanie never team up with nobody. That means a Beanie Man hard earned money he must spend. And Beanie jump out early. I know some politician not jump out. So if civilian with regular little money can jump out, and the politician them will have our money, or them to spend and we nah do it, how that go? Big up Beanie Man, Mrs. Chantal, jump out from early. Mrs. Shaggy, one private jet full of goods. Which politician do that? Out of Shaggy, pocket that I come from. Which politicians spend nothing out of them pocket and the things that them love, you know, and them when run down. Me never see Bunty or Beanie out of half a tree and it black, you know. But every time conference I keep it black, you know. Me never see Masicka out of half a tree and it black so yet like on a conference, you know. So how it work? Only love politicians when I like, you know. But you don't like artists. Me never see Bunty out of half a tree and it run like conference yet, you know. Me never see so much people load up bike and van and drive back a sizzler yet, you know. When you not gonna learn? When you not gonna learn? If me see like a dancehall queen, sure, can take up her own money and do it. Me and Tommy Lee go around and one part with him own money. And the politician, them not one of them not do nothing with them own money, I'll know. Our money them must spend and still don't want to spend it, you know. You don't see something wrong with that. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How can you, as Mr. Masicka, spending money? Masicka spending money and make the politician come and drain him energy. Make the politician go load him own container, make you see. Make him go load him own truck, make you see. Go load your own truck, make me see, brother. Where you come each outside of Masicka, go do your own thing, make me see. Your government, go do your own thing. What you do? Masicka shouldn't they in a video with you go get me load a truck and something go load your own truck. You're a politician, you're an artist. And you see the police them will love text it for an artist at Jamaica and love lock off dance and kick over son. Only if you look out on the eye and see who are the real hero them in Jamaica. An artist them are the real hero them in Jamaica. And as an artist or a selector, get in a little trouble. Uno want, lock them up and kick them down and box them down. Yeah. Give me two of them. Yeah. Zine come hungry bad, so give me yam, yeah, plantain, 2 dumpling, So my thing is, Zine, why the artists them can spend them own money? Remember, see them dirty artists them, you know, with uptown no like, government no like, them say we bagger, the girl them wear too much material either, and we talk too much derogatory thing, and we not a diploma, and we not a degree. So how when disaster on the always a come pressure we? When the always a come pressure we? But our government no go to vote, our government no go to money, and the government not looking. The government not looking at you know. All know government no shoot out, you know. And every time shame take them, you know. Every time shame take them do a little thing. Me no see the government go all out to save people and make the thing work. Skeng go hard. Which one is Skeng? The artists are the general on a girl live it? No, a joke thing a go on, yo. A joke thing a go on. I'm going to show you something.
Alright, you see and hear all of that, you know, people. Foota hyper talk to you agree or disagree. Agree or disagree. Wanna say government good, or the government indifferent, the government wicked. Wanna have to say, I mean, Foota, in reality, you know, you're smart and you're dumb at the same time, you know. Cause you're like, oh, them are gonna need land title to take out loan. I'm like, then how them are get loan? If the people am okay with getting loans, like, you know, say you need assets to get loan. You need assets for get loan. So you're going to need land title because if the house mash up, the house is not the asset you can use. The car they mash up, you can't use that. What the tangible thing you're going to use? Land. Land title. Without the title, you can't get the loan. No bank, no institution, no loan you nothing without the proper paperwork. So that is a given. I don't know if you feel like say because of the hurricane they would ask for a land title. No, they always do. They always do. A matter of fact, if you want to get a floor plan for build a house, then you need land title. That's just reality. You understand? Simple things. You need blueprint. You need to go through the whole process of building a house, you need land title. So it's nothing new. I'm surprised that Foota, I say where I say, but then again, I just call him, I call out the government, the government, obviously, you have to say them wicked.
The system, they agree. The system, yo, get to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the whole thing shaky, you know. The whole thing shaky. But me allow it right here, so you know. Come on, see some of the comments. Come here, read comments, you know. And I see some of the shady comments them, and I'm like, damn, them people here. Low IQ, dopey butter syrupy would have said, you know that go ball game it up. Vulture squad forward out and vulture that. Captain of the Vulture squad reported for duty.